Hello YouTubers and welcome to Vikram Online Biz. In this video, I want to kind of remind the viewers, inspire them about the fact that do not frown on YouTube advertisements. Remember that when it comes to advertisements on YouTube, they are the very lifeline of publishers. Remember that a lot of the content which you see on YouTube is there only because there are advertisements around them. If there weren't any ads, a lot of the content which you see on YouTube, they would not be there in the first place. In fact, if you look at the from the time videos on YouTube actually got monetized gradually, when Google actually started the very concept of running advertisements on YouTube videos, you would notice that content per se, videos per se on YouTube actually exploded. So just remind yourself and remember the fact that when it comes to content on YouTube, a lot of it is advertisement driven. It's inspired and it's very much there in the first place on YouTube for the very fact that there are advertisements around it through which content owners, the publishers, they can actually make money. I am located in India, talking specifically about Indian publishers who are in the hundreds of thousands themselves. And I'm not just talking about individual publishers like me. I'm talking about bigger, like what you call Bollywood, the Indian film industry. There are many studios, there are many television production houses, there are the various kinds of entities which are producing original content and they are uploading on YouTube, apart from say running those same shows on television or running those same movies in cinema halls. Because very soon you actually see that after the movies actually are released on in the theaters, or when the television shows, once they're actually broadcast on television, you find that they're invariably there on YouTube, and they're actually published by the same owners as those who've actually created them. So if it's a Yash Raj Films production, Yash Raj being one of the biggest Indian film production houses, it has its own songs, it has its own videos on YouTube, and they're actually making money out of them. So through this video, I want to remind all viewers that please do not frown on YouTube advertisements. They are the lifeline of publishers, and these advertisements are in many ways the very reason for which you see a lot of the phenomenal content which you get to see on YouTube today. So instead of frowning on them, I would rather encourage you that if you see an advertisement which starts before the video actually starts, and then you find it interesting, maybe you let it play instead of skipping it. Remember that skipping an ad does not give the publisher any revenue. The publisher earns money only when you actually do not skip. There are some advertisements which do not give you the option to skip, and you have to kind of see it till the end and there's no choice. But there are a lot of the advertisements which actually give you that choice. This is all publisher driven. It's an arrangement between Google and the advertisers, wherein some advertisers give that option, there are others who do not quite give that option. And then there are different ads which are set in different ways. Some ads which are set in such a way that they can be skipped, some cannot be skipped. Likewise, when you have the advertisement which runs on the right side of the video, and there are those little ads which appear at the bottom of the video, if you find them interesting, I'm not saying that you fraudulently click on them so that publishers make money. And in any case, if it's not your own video, it's not you which you will who will end up making money. And remember another thing, that if it's your own video which is monetized, or maybe you're a partner, and clicking on your own ads is again entirely forbidden. So I'm not encouraging anything fraudulent. But if you do find an ad interesting, and if it is something which is of genuine interest to you, is something which you probably you're desirous of or curious about, go ahead and click on it. Remember that the publishers have worked very hard on creating content, putting it together, uploading it on YouTube, and ensuring that viewers like you can actually see them. So therefore, give them that little bit of credit beyond just probably appreciation within your mind, and you can actually, go ahead and click on the advertisements. You can, make sure that you actually view ads in case they're of interest to you. And ultimately, it's good for all of us. So keep that in mind next time. Anytime you feel that, oh, this, I don't like ads on YouTube, remember that there are a lot of people who are actually making an entire living on these ads. The very fact that these ads run, and they're able to, make a living out of that. So remind yourself of that before you have any negative feelings for advertisements which are run on YouTube videos. Cheers.